Ed Miliband's just delivered his speech to the 2013 Labour Party conference. So how did it go down? Well, extremely well in the hall. There was a lot of enthusiasm. In fact, he got 4 or maybe 5 standing ovations during the speech. First time it happened, which I don't think it's happened for a long time, since probably the days of Tony Blair. It almost threw him off his stride, but he gathered himself together very well. Overall, he had a single theme: Britain can do better than this, and I lost count after about the 20th time he said it. It was a repeated theme. He kept coming back to it, kept hammering it with a few variations. So that theme came through loud and clear. Sometimes it was almost like a stand-up comedy act. He was more relaxed than last year when he delivered a One Nation speech. That was quite a powerful oration. Very, very strong speech. Last year it was his best speech. This year, a little more relaxed, a little more byplay with the crowd. Took him a while to get into policy, about halfway through the speech, but he delivered some policies about 16 and 17-year-olds getting the vote, and 1 million green jobs, and a 20-month freeze on energy bills and so on. So there were some strong policy statements in there. Overall, I thought it wasn't quite as good a speech as last year. It didn't have quite the oratory of last year. I mean, it was clearly designed to please the people in the hall, which it did in full measure. He had a couple of nice lines, a nice antithesis about David Cameron. He's strong standing up to the weak and weak standing up to the strong. That's a nice little turn of phrase. And he came back at the end to his main theme, Britain can do better than this. I thought overall it was a solid performance. It was very, very competent. He spoke again without notes. He was in the round, as it were, with lots of young people on stage, presumably there for the 16 and 17-year-old voters announcement, which they enthusiastically applauded for. But I just think there was something missing. He didn't seem quite as comfortable as he did last year when he was doing that great oration stuff. He doesn't do the man of the people thing quite as well as he does do the oratory. So probably ought to stick to that a bit more. It was a good speech. It was a competent speech. But I didn't feel he nailed it quite as well as he did last year in his One Nation speech 2012. Overall, I give him this time 7 out of 10.